Welcome back to Couch Collectibles. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Today we are looking at some of the most valuable Washington quarters that have sold at auction and why these coins have sold for these prices. So as always, let's just hop into this one. Alright, so starting off first here with a 1932 silver Washington quarter. This is the D mint mark. So if we go here to the reverse of the coin and look at the bottom, down there by $quarter, you can see that D mint mark there. Now that is important for these quarters in 1932 because for the D mint mark they only produced 436,000 of these coins. So they are a key date coin to look for. Even in bad condition, these quarters still sell for some decent money. Now in this condition, if you have it in very, very good condition, that means that it can be extremely valuable. This quarter sold for $82,000 at auction because it is graded by PCGS at a mint state 66. Let's see how many of these 1932s are graded at a mint state 66. If you go to PCGS.com, go to their pop reports, you'll see that only 2 Washington quarters have been graded at a mint state 66 from 1932 with the D mint mark. Now there's 94 of these quarters, 1932 Ds, 94 of those quarters graded at a mint state 65. So big difference from one grade, a mint state 65 to a 66. You only got 2 of those at a 66. You have 0 at a 67, 68, 69, and 70. The coin grading scale goes up to 70. 70 is the best grade you can get. So these are the highest graded D mint mark Washington quarters from 1932, mint state 66 by PCGS. So that is what makes it extremely rare and valuable, $82,000. Now here's a 1932 no mint mark. So you will not see a mint mark on the reverse of this coin. Now for this coin, they made over 5.4 million in comparison to 436,000 of the D mint mark. Again, this is the no mint mark, 5.4 million of those were minted. Now for the 1932, this coin is graded at a mint state 67 by PCGS. There's only 15 of these graded at a mint state 67. There's none graded at a mint state 68. So this is the highest graded example along with 14 other examples of these for the 1932 no mint mark. Now that's why this coin sold at auction for over $28,000. Now here is the 1932 S mint mark. So we have a no mint mark, a D mint mark, and an S mint mark. So for the S mint mark, they did only produce 408,000 of these coins. That is the mintage for the S mint mark. So super rare key date coin. That is the lowest minted regular Washington quarter that you can look for, you know, if you buy coin collections, or maybe you really get lucky and find one in a coin roll. That's why they're called rare coins. They're rare to find. Only 408,000 of these minted for the S mint mark. That will make it valuable, along with the fact that it is graded by PCGS at a mint state 66. So for the 1932 S mint mark at a mint state 66, there are only 7 known examples at that grade in this condition. That's what makes it valuable. And if you look at a mint state 65, they've graded over 182 of those at a mint state 65. So you're talking big difference in values just one grade away, a 65 to a 66. So that will affect the value tremendously, even one grade higher. And that's why the coin sold for over $34,000. Now here's a 1934 D mint mark. The reason that this coin sold for a lot of money is because it is graded at that very high grade of a mint state 67. So this coin ended up selling for almost $22,000 at auction. And for the 1934 D mint mark at the mint state 67, there's only 12 of those known to exist at that grade. There's 4 graded at a mint state 67 plus. Now, I won't go through the pop reports of every single one of these coins. Here is a mint error coin, super valuable coin, again, sold for over $21,000. It's the 1937 double die obverse. So there's a few different things that make this coin valuable. One, it's got a double die obverse. So you want to look for doubling on the front of the coin, the phrase "in God we trust," on the date itself, 1937, and the fact that it has a grade of a mint state 66 by PCGS, that adds a lot of value to the coin, and it's coming from the Mike Fuller collection, so that will add value as well. This coin ended up selling, like I say, for $21,000 at auction. Now here's a 1941 silver Washington quarter. Again, the same thing for this coin. It's graded at an extremely high grade, a mint state 68 by PCGS. That is where all of the value is at for this coin. If you have a 1941 quarter, it's not a key date or a low mintage coin. It's not really rare to have. However, if you have it in this condition at a mint state 68, then you're talking some money. This coin sold for over $23,000 at auction, and that's because of that grade population for that coin. There's only 2 known to exist at a mint state 68 graded by PCGS. Alright, here's the 1943S. This is the same case. It does have some nice natural toning like the last quarter as well. It's the 1943S mint mark, so here on the reverse at the bottom you will see an S mint mark there. It is graded by PCGS at a mint state 68. That's where all of the value is at for this coin, and that's why the coin sold for over $20,000 at auction. Now it's going to be the same thing for this coin, 1948. Again, an S mint mark here. This coin's got some nice toning to it as well, and it's graded at that very high grade of a mint state 68. This coin sold for over $23,000 at auction. And then here is a mint era coin. So it's the 1950. This is what you want to look for on all of your 1950 quarters, even if they're in bad condition. You want to put them underneath the microscope, zoom in there on the D mint mark, and look for the D over the S mint mark. You can see the S mint mark there underneath the D mint mark, wrapped and looped around there, going through the middle as well. So always pay attention to your 1950 D mint marks. This coin, graded by PCGS at a mint state 67, sold for over $29,000 at auction. Unbelievable. And now here's the 1950 Washington quarter that is the proof quarter. So this is not your regular business strike quarter. Proof coins will be much more detailed, have that shiny mirror-like finish. And this coin has a phenomenal grade, proof 68 deep cameo. This quarter sold for over $31,000 at auction. And then we have the 1962. You know, it's pretty common to have a 1962 Washington quarter. They made a good amount of these quarters. They're not super rare to have. However, in this condition, they are rare to have. Graded by PCGS at a mint state 67 plus. This quarter sold for over $26,000 at auction. So you have to keep in mind the 1962 high graded version of the coin here. So at a mint state 67 plus, you only have 6 of those that exist, and that's where the value comes from. So high grades don't always mean valuable coins, but in most cases they do, depending on the grade population of each individual coin. So it all depends on that grade population, how many exist at a specific condition. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle. Feel free to check out those videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you guys in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.